Yo, what's up? It's your boy D2 Titans Only, and today I'm bringing you my favorite Prismatic Warlock build. This build has been game-changing for me in Destiny 2 Dungeons. I hope you enjoy it, and I'd love for you to join me in trying it out. Before I jump into the build, here's a little proof on how well this build deals with dungeon bosses. To start off this explosive build, we are going to be using the Prismatic subclass and the Warlock super ability Song of Flame. Song of Flame gives us insane durability, great ad clear, and even better boss damage paired with the exotic armor piece we are running, which you will see later in the build. For our abilities in this build, we are going to be using Healing Rift to regenerate our health and give us an overshield when we are at max health, improving our overall survivability. Burst Glide, the best in-class Warlock jump, Arcane Needle to give us 3 ranged empowered melee abilities, which we will be pairing with some aspects and fragments to empower even more later in the build, and Vortex Grenade. Jumping into our aspects, we are going to be using Hellion and Feed the Void. Hellion is going to spawn a solar mortar that launches flaming projectiles at targets, and scorching them anytime we use our Healing Rift. While Feed the Void is going to grant us Devour anytime our abilities get a kill. Devour is going to grant us health and shield recovery, along with refilling about 8% of our grenade energy, which really adds up when cycling our abilities. Now let's talk about something that empowers our build even more, our fragments. The first fragment we're going to be using is the Facet of Blessing. Melee final blows will start health regeneration, and while transcendent, melee final blows will start health regeneration for nearby allies. The next fragment we are running is the Facet of Balance. The Facet of Balance grants us melee energy when we rapidly defeat targets with light energy, and grenade energy when we rapidly defeat targets with dark energy. The third fragment we are going to be running is the Facet of Grace. The Facet of Grace is going to grant us Transcendence energy when we get kills with kinetic weapons and when we defeat targets with our super. Oh, and it also grants nearby allies Transcendence energy when we get kills with our super. The last two fragments are also extremely important. The second to last fragment is the Facet of Dawn. Anytime we get a melee kill, we will be granted Radiant, which allows us to deal extra damage with our weapons and deal with barrier champions. And last but not least, our final fragment, we are using the Facet of Dominance. The Facet of Dominance is going to allow our Void Grenades to weaken targets and help us deal even more DPS to bosses. For weapon recommendations, I really like pairing it with the Sunshot for massive ad clear and lots of solar ignitions, and Tanasha's Mastery with Chill Clip for dealing with unstoppable champions, and just nuking everything. And for my heavy weapon, I'm sticking to my guns with the VS Chill Inhibitor. Great perks with this are Envious Arsenal and Bait and Switch. I've also seen Demolitionist and Chill Clip absolutely nuke bosses when pairing it with Song of Flame. Now let's really transform this build into its final form with our exotic armor piece. The exotic armor piece we're going to be using is the Soliphicism, with the armor perks Spirit of the Inmost Light and Spirit of the Star Eater. Spirit of the Inmost Light is going to empower our other two abilities anytime we use an ability, granting them improved regeneration, which pairs really well when we are using Transcendence, and allows us to spam our grenades and melee abilities within seconds of each other. It's also really good when you're not Transcendent. While Spirit of the Star Eater allows us to power up our super ability up to 6 times with Orbs of Power after it is fully charged. This allows for an insane amount of damage to be output on bosses when we are using Song of Flame during damage phases. For our armor mods on this, we are going to be rocking Distribution to reduce all of our abilities anytime we use our class ability near targets, Outreach to reduce our melee cooldown anytime we use our class ability, and Bomber, which reduces our grenade cooldown anytime we use our class ability. On our leg armor, we are going to be rocking Recuperation and Better Already for health regeneration when we pick up an Orb of Power, and Absolution to reduce all of our ability cooldowns anytime we pick up an Orb of Power. Moving along to our Warlock chest armor piece, we are going to be running whatever resistance mods fit the encounter we are on. For our gauntlets, we will be rocking double heavy-handed and firepower so we can generate Orbs of Power on melee and grenade final blows. And for the helmet piece, we are going to be using double hands-on and harmonic siphon so we can generate super energy on melee final blows and Orbs of Power with rapid final blows from our Sunshot or other solar weapons. Speaking of our Sunshot, weapons are all personal opinions, so feel free to switch it up and use weapons that fit your playstyle or the seasonal artifact mods better. Oh, and for our seasonal artifact mods, here are the artifact mods you want that will help with the most with this build. Authorized Mods Melee is going to make all our melee modifications cost 1 armor energy, and Authorized Mods Grenades is going to make our grenade mods only cost 1 armor energy, which makes our build extremely efficient. The main focus of this build is to generate lots of Orbs of Power, stack and power up your super energy along with utilizing Transcendence to deal insane boss damage while providing high survivability, health regeneration, and insane ad clear. This build allows pretty normal skilled players like myself to 2-man dungeons in 30 minutes or less. I hope you guys enjoy this build as much as I have, and if you're still watching and want to see more videos like this, please click the video on your screen. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace!